Tensions are high in Israel and the West Bank following 3 Palestinian attacks on Israeli citizens over the past 4 days. Yesterday, an Israeli teenager was stabbed and wounded in Jerusalem, just hours after a similar knife attack on Saturday, in which 2 men were killed and a woman and her baby were injured. Both attackers were shot dead by police. Well, the 2 fatal knife attacks in Jerusalem followed the drive-by murder of an Israeli couple who was shot dead in their car in the West Bank last Thursday. They were killed in front of their 4 children who were travelling with them. There have been clashes in East Jerusalem and the West Bank between Israeli police and Palestinians following those latest attacks. The militant group Palestinian Islamic Jihad has issued a statement claiming the attacker in Saturday's fatal stabbings was one of its members. Well, we spoke to the Middle East analyst Meir Javedanfar a little earlier, who's in Tel Aviv.
The situation between Israelis and Palestinians has been escalating over the past year. We've seen a number of terrorist attacks by Palestinians against Israeli civilians, Palestinian terrorists using their cars to run over Israelis. We've seen increasing number of stabbing attacks, lone wolf attacks. But at the same time, also, we've seen that some extreme Israelis have been targeting Palestinians. So unfortunately, in this part of the world, instability and extremism seem to be on the rise. There is no hope. There is no hope on the Israeli side. There is no hope on the Palestinian side. In Israel, more and more people believe that there's no viable partner on the Palestinian side. And on the Palestinian side, as the settlement expansion continues, as they dispute Jewish access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, just people visiting there, there's rising hopelessness on both sides. And in the atmosphere of desperation and hopelessness, as we've seen time and again in history, and especially in the Middle East, the extremists win and they seem to increase their power and influence. Right now, we're seeing innocent Palestinians in the West Bank, innocent Israelis in the West Bank, innocent Israelis in Jerusalem, all over, and in Gaza, in the West Bank, inside Israel proper. People are increasingly becoming targeted by extremists, and this is a serious cause for concern because our region is already unstable as it is, with ISIS carrying out horrific killings, and Assad, on the other hand. There's already enough killings in this region, but unfortunately it seems Israel-Palestine is also becoming more and more unstable with no prospect for improvement in the near future. There's no doubt that terrorists must be punished, but we must not pursue a policy that hurts Israel, that brings more instability and more desperation to this region and to the Palestinians. And I think by expanding settlements as a response and by destroying the house of the families of the terrorists, we are only going to help the extremists, and we are going to undermine our moral position inside Israel, in the international community, and of course do something that's really not going to help stop future attacks. Despite the sad and the dark mood, I think we must pursue peace, not because of any other reason other than it's the best way to fight terrorism and to give people hope. The people of Israel deserve hope. People of Palestine deserve hope, because if we lose hope, the only people who are going to win is the minority extremists.